Every truck driver knows there's a major parking issue in this country.
Well, the biggest challenge is this, that there's not that many parking spots to start with.
Just pulled into Love's, and as you can see, all the parking spots are taken.
As a truck driver, there's never anywhere to park at the truck stops in 2024.
If I don't find no parking here, I'm gonna ask this bouncer right here to push back or pull forward so I can pull in there too.
There's no parking.
Truck parking. It's a crisis, y'all.
Finding a safe place to park is one of the biggest challenges for truck drivers across the U.S. With limited spots at truck stops and rest areas, many are forced to park illegally or dangerously. This lack of parking not only creates stress, but also raises safety concerns for drivers and other motorists. It's an issue that needs immediate attention.
I am at the Love's in El Reno, Oklahoma, and I just seen something that really disturbs me. It's very rare that you spend the night the same place that you fuel up. And if this is Love's new thing that they're going to be doing, that is just wrong. Okay, they got these signs up everywhere. Fuel customers only. So if you don't fuel here, there's another one over there. There's another L along there. Yeah. So if you have not fueled here, you're not allowed to park overnight here.
This is Exxon once again. They love look at this. Look, can somebody come look at this? Can somebody come look at this? They always want to try to do this right now. Right now, bro. But you know what? I get why they doing it. Look. Can somebody come look at this? Can somebody come look at this? He got one too.
Just pulled into Love's, and as you can see, all the parking spots are taken. And so you guys tell me, is it better to park in a fuel island for the night or at the Catskill for the night? I've personally done both, so I already know the answer, but as you can see, all these trucks are already parking here for the night and there's no more availability. So that's why I had to go ahead and take the Catskill. That way I wouldn't be in anybody's way. You could easily fit like maybe 10 more trucks right here between the curb and this line. But as you guys can see, all the parking spots are already taken. It's filling up. This is the current issue that we're facing in the trucking industry, is lack of parking, because there's just too many trucks on the road, not enough work. People are sitting around at truck stops all day long messing around. We got to fix that problem.
As a truck driver, there's never anywhere to park at the truck stops in 2024. And I was about to leave this truck stop until I saw this parking spot that nobody ever takes advantage of. There is a big wide open spot right in front of the fuel pumps next to this big thick line. So today, I was the first one to get to this parking spot and I will be parking here. See, the thing is, at night, only smart drivers drive. And when they are done fueling and if they see a truck parked in front of them, they are smart enough to back up and turn around the same way they came from. And I spoke to the lady inside and she said typically they'll kick anyone out who parks like this except for car haulers. She said something about being the king of the road, you guys have privileges. She told me to put my shoes up on my steering wheel to make sure that nobody bugs me. That is their secret key and nobody will kick me out if they see the shoes on the steering wheel. Here I am.
All right, drivers, I know when you park at rest areas, you've got to get parked, but let me show you something that's very dangerous, okay? And that's parking outside of the rest area on the interstate. You see these trucks right here on the right? If I was to fall asleep or I was to do something and I run off the road, I'm going to run in and I'm going to kill them. I'm going to be going 70 miles an hour like a missile right into them. Very dangerous. Please do not park on the side of the interstate. I'm not saying don't park on all ramps and all. I'm not getting there. I'm saying on the side of the interstate. It's a whole nother debate about ramps, but the off ramps are very dangerous. Did y'all just see the guy in Savannah who was just parked at a regular rest area and a man fell asleep going 70 miles an hour and he ran through the rest area and exploded and killed the people that were sleeping? Driver, this is dangerous stuff out here, but try to be as careful as possible. Don't park on the side of the interstates. Every truck driver knows there's a major parking issue in this country. So the most recent study shows that there is one parking space for every 11 trucks on the road. Now, we all know that in some areas it's far worse, like your major metropolitan areas like
your Cincinnati's, your Miami's, your Chicago's, your Houston's, LA Metro, DC area. It's far worse statistically on truck parking. So here at the Flying J, wait, is it a Pilot? No, it's a Flying J in Lebanon, Ohio on 71, just north of Cincinnati. You know, it's about as close as you can get to Cincinnati and have truck parking, right? If you're on 71, going, southbound. And there are trucks that have been here. I got here Tuesday afternoon, and there are trucks that are here and no one's touched those trucks. They're just sitting here. As a matter of fact, here's some of them, bobtails, single bobtails taking up 4 spots. My question to a corporation like Pilot Flying J is, why do you allow this? Why do you allow people to come in your parking lots and just eat up parking spots and they're not even here? They're not here to spend money in your stores. They're not here buying fuel. They're just here taking up parking spots. And people that come in here that need showers, need food, need fuel, need a place to park, can't find the parking because of people like this. And now it's not just Pilot Flying J. A couple of days ago, I was at the TA in Lake Station, Indiana. Same thing. You got several bobtails sitting in parking spots. They got weeds growing under them. They've been there that long. There's weeds growing in them. There's a Pilot over by Mebane, North Carolina. It's got the McDonald's in it. There's a parking lot that's like 4 different colors. It gets moved around every now and then. It doesn't go anywhere. It's trashed. Why do big truck stops let this happen?
State of Illinois. I swung into one of their scales because I used the Park My Rig app, and I talked about this no parking situation, harder to get parking situation. Well, guess what? State of Illinois is not allowing anybody who's unauthorized to stay in any of their state scales. Now, most states allow you to do that. It is marked on all of the apps, Trucker Path, Park My Rig. They're both on there. I emailed the guy from Park My Rig tonight having him check into it, but they're stating, Illinois is stating, due to the fact of human waste and people leaving messes on their scale plates out there as far as the parking lots go, they are no longer allowing any truck drivers to park there. So guys, we just lost a whole bunch more parking spots.
When a truck stop is full and it's nowhere else to park, this is what starts happening.
We just create a parking spot even in no parking zones.
This is another reason why truck drivers have nowhere to park. What is these regular cars doing in truck parking spots? Someone please explain this to me. It's 1, 2, 3 on the side of this truck, 4, 5. 5 semi-trucks could have parked here. This is what pisses people off, bro, in the trucking industry. That's why we have nowhere to park. And this is not only this location. I have seen this happen at multiple Flying J's and multiple Pilots. They have the answer to this. This is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
What's the status of truck parking right now?
Well, the biggest challenge is this, that there's not that many parking spots to start with. There's like 2 major gas stations across the country. The first one is Love, the second one is Pilot. You can reserve it, but the parking spot is not guaranteed. It's $17 a night. But even when you reserve the spots, when like a random truck driver comes in and parks in that reserved spot, sometimes it's so cold and they refuse to leave. And to be honest with you, there's not much of a legal action that you can take to force them to leave and give you your spot that you paid for.
Okay.
Some cities allow you to park on the exits in the shoulders. Not safe, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But some cities don't even allow that. So.
Okay. And then, like when you're home, do you park at like a private truck parking storage yard or anything?
No, they're not safe. You still go find a parking spot, and if you have to, you gotta pay for the amount of days that you're home.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Even for like making the load delivery. Let's say your delivery is in the morning, and you get there the night before. What we usually do, we try to find like a parking spot 50 miles or 100 miles away from the destination, so we can park the truck. Because in every like major cities or even small cities, it's almost impossible to find any parking spot after, I would say, like 10 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Parking in Atlanta, Georgia is rough.
I was asked to move, so I pretty much had to move, but couldn't really find parking. So in the instance where you had to break your clock and you still able to use PC for a safe haven, this is what you have to do. I pretty much had the PC down the street, And there's no parking here in Atlanta, Georgia, or near Atlanta.
Damn, truck parking is in the news again. Did you see the recent study that says many drivers are spending 58 minutes a day looking for truck parking? I mean, crap, that's a lot of time. Truck parking costs money, often between $15 and $25 a spot, which at 25 bucks, I gotta believe that's an hour's wage for the driver. So there's not much incentive for the truck driver to pay for parking. If they only get an extra 50 miles, that's, equating roughly 1 hour's wage.
There's no parking. The amount of trucks, I think it went from 1 million to 5 million trucks from the 1980s to the 2000s. So the infrastructure is over capacity. Check out this truck stop. This is a Flying J. This is a huge place. I don't know, at least 200 spots. And right after 7 p.m., there is nowhere to park. This place is packed. There's people triple and quadruple parking. I don't know how these guys will get out in the morning. Anyone who's running out of hours right now and coming to this place, they have nowhere to park for the night. And besides the fact that it smells like piss, this is an absolute jungle. There's a couple reserved spots available, but most of the time the companies do not want to reimburse the drivers. And all it's up, if they charge $15 or $20 per night, you cannot do it every night. And if there was one thing I would change, I would definitely invest into infrastructure and building more rest areas, service areas, more truck stops, and just in general parking for truck drivers. Especially on the East Coast, there's nowhere to park. Like, check this out. This is absolutely crazy. Trucks, up on trucks, and there's more trucks coming. Look, everyone parked on the side, and no parking areas. How do you even maneuver when you have to get out in the morning?